Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready. Buffalo 18. Get up. Dragons, Cougar 19. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Shortwood here, caught by McBride. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. You look at this Raiders defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
And the Cardinals, first down. A gain of 14. First down, Arizona.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And he stopped immediately there.
Taken down right.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Second and 10.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Go. 60 Vikings. 60 by 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Back to throw here. Pass complete there to Harrison. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37.
It's
a good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Cardinals, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Ready. Warriors 70. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Harrison. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense, Charles. He already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
A give left side for Benson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here we go. Let's go.
They'll go with the keeper. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Okay,
Looking to put a drive together.
Strike, set, ready. Blues, ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Claws red, black shot, you yellow, your needle blue. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
22 yards.
A good pickup there at 22.
Las Vegas, first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Yep, 10 black, right, white. Ready.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The Raiders at 7-3 now on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers with career touchdown number 60. And the Raiders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Raiders 7, Cardinals 3.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready.
On first down, it's Benson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Bronco 80. 19 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
2nd and 9 now. Now he'll tuck this and run. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Now inside the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick six.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Cardinals 3.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got Harrison left side complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Cardinal first down.
Looking to throw. Short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18. Go.
They'll set up a throw. He's got it right here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On a handoff, Benson running right. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Gravity line.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Liking 18.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught, it's Wilson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down three, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick one-pointers instead of three-pointers.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a...
There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Ashton Jeanty, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's second down.
Back to 50.
They'll look to throw here. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And the Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
19 Lions. Come on. 65. Move it, 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's caught by Harrison, right side. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 47-yard line.
18 Let's go now.
Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's White. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll leave this one for White. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
They'll look to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Here we go. Start. 90 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
These guys have to set up for a field goal last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Red, sight ready. Set, go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Okay,
the
ready?
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
First down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, it's Genty, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
50, green.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A up the middle. It's Genty. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They work now on 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Ready?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Once again, it's Genty. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
52.
They'll drop the throw. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Cardinals 9.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Ready? 19 Charger, 19 Charger. Go street.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 33. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
Got it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
2nd and 3. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton, 52 yards. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And it will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what will be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Benson. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The decision to scramble almost got him the first, just short 9 yards, and it brings up 4th and inches.
Got it. Ready? Let's go. Trap 60. Trap 60.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Ready? Ready?
A run straight ahead with Genty. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Genty, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now a toss left side for Benson. And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a second straight play. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
1st and 10.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand?
Ashton Jeanty. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready, set.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Here's White. They set up the screen. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
2nd and 5. Here comes Benson on the toss right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
6. And the Cardinals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On the toss, it's Benson. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Let's go. 60 bikes, 60 bikes.
They'll set up to throw. They'll try and do, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Travis Etienne. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game was played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And the trade continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory. So for Las Vegas, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to